limekuwa likizungumzwa, aidha ni kwa makambi, kwa mikutano ya Injili, kwa mtu moja kwa moja, tunaona ama tulikuwa tunahisi kwamba ni jambo liko mbali. Lakini Sunday Law vile unavyoangalia, mpendwa mtazamaji, Sunday Law hivi karibuni inaenda kutangazwa. Ninaposoma katika roho ya unabii, naita Christian Service. Christian Service page gani? Page 163 na paragraph yake ni ya kwanza. Christian Service 163 paragraph yani ya kwanza, pia unaweza pata katika Testimonies for the Church. Inasema namna hii: We have been looking many years for a Sunday law to be enacted in our land. Akizungumzia nchi ambayo ni ya Marekani. Maana hapo ndipo itaanzia na hapo ndio itatangazwa na kuendelea kuchukua mkondo katika dunia nzima. However, we have been looking many years for a Sunday law to be enacted in our land. And now that the movement is right upon us, we ask, bado tunauliza, will our people do their duty in the matter? Sikia hiyo? Can we not assist in lifting the standard and in calling to the front those who have a regard for their religious rights and privileges? The time is fast approaching when those who choose to obey God rather than man will be made to feel the hand of oppression. Wale ambao wanamtegemea Mungu, hawamtegemei mwanadamu, wanaenda kusikia uzito vile mambo yatakayokuwa ya mateso na mambo mengi oppression. Shall we then dishonor God by keeping silent? Tukishajua kwamba kuna mateso inakuja kwa watu wa Mungu kwa sababu ya jambo ila Sunday Law, tukishajua kwamba mateso yanakuja kwa watu wa Mungu, kitabu kinauliza, je, tutanyamaza? Shall we dishonor God by keeping silent? Tutanyamaza na tuache kumtii Mungu kwa kunyamaza while his holy commandments are trodden underfoot? Wakati amri zake zinakanyagiwa chini, roho ya nabii nauliza, tutanyamaza? While the Protestant world is by her attitude making concession to Rome, wanataka kuinua Roma, let us arouse to comprehend the situation and view the contest before us in its true bearings. Let the watchmen now lift up their voice and give the message which is present truth. Usikia hapo, acha nirudie. Let the watchmen now lift up their voice and give the message which is present truth for this time. Let us show people where we are in prophetic history. Lazima tuonyeshe dunia, lazima tuonyeshe watu katika maeneo yote, tuonyeshe historia ya dunia mahali imefika. Tumetoka wapi, tuko wapi na tunaelekea wapi? Mambo yako vipi? Lazima tuamshe watu, tuambie watu, let us show people where we are in prophetic history and seek to arouse the spirit of true Protestantism. Tuamshe roho ya uprotestanti wa kweli. Sio kusema ni wa protestanti lakini bado mmeingia kwa mafundisho ya upapa, bado mnashirikiana na mambo ya upapa, bado mnaangalia na itikadi za upapa. That's not true Protestantism. Lazima tuamshe dunia, watu wakapate kujua true Protestantism, ambayo inasema namna gani? Let us awaken the world to a sense of the value of the privileges of religious liberty so long enjoyed. Lazima tuangalie na tuambie watu wapate kujua mahali tupo na mahali tumetoka. Lazima tuamshe roho ile ambayo imekuwa kwa Waprotestanti wa kweli, kina Martin Luther, akina Jerome, akina John Huss, akina Wesley, walikuwa na true Protestantism, waliprotest kikweli. Si kama sasa ukiuliza mtu, je, wewe ni Protestanti? Aidha wewe ni Deliverance ama ni kanisa gani? Wewe ni Protestanti? Anasema ndio mimi ni Protestanti. Swali la pili unamuuliza, una protest nini? Hana jibu anaweza kupatia. Kwa hivyo lazima kama watumishi wa Mungu kipindi cha mwisho tuonyeshe dunia mahali tuko, historia ya dunia vile mambo yanaenda. Wacha nisome jambo lingine hapa. Hiyo Christian Service bado katika ukurasa wa 162 paragraph 2 inasema hivi: we as people, wacha nisome vizuri, we as a people have not accomplished the work which God has committed to us. Hatujatekeleza kazi ambayo Mungu ametupatia ama ametupatia tuweze kuifanya. We are not ready for the issues to which the enforcement of the Sunday law will bring us. Hatuko tayari. Na kweli ukiangalia dunia haiko tayari kwa jambo la Sunday law. Wakati hatuko tayari. Kitabu kinasema sisi kama watu hatuko tayari kwa vile Sunday law itakavyoletwe na nguvu ambayo itakayolete kwetu. Inasema it is our duty as we see the signs of approaching peril to arouse to action. Let none sit in calm expectation of the evil, comforting themselves with the belief that this work must go on because prophecy has foretold it, and that the Lord will shelter his people. We are not doing the will of God if we sit in quietude, doing nothing to preserve liberty of conscience. Fervent, effectual prayer should be ascending to heaven, that this calamity may be deferred until we can accomplish the work which has so long been neglected. Let there be more earnest prayer, and then let us work in harmony with our prayers. Kitabu cha Roho nabii kinasema tusikae kimya wakati nina lazima tuonye watu, lazima tuangalie, tuonye watu. Wacha tusome andiko hapa katika kitabu cha Isaya. Ni andiko ambalo kila wakati ninapolisoma linalete machozi katika moyo wangu. Kwa sababu gani? Mambo yanavyofanyika na watu wameketi, wamenyamaza, wanaona wako sawa. Hatuko sawa. Maandiko yamesema kwamba we are not ready. Hatuonyeshi kwamba tuko tayari kwa ajili ya Sunday law itakavyotangazwa. Hatuko tayari kwa uzito ambao Sunday law itakapolete. Hatuko tayari. Lazima tuamuke. Isaya 24 mstari wake ni 3. Inasema dunia hii itafanywa utupu kabisa na kuharibiwa kabisa, maana Bwana amenena neno hilo. Dunia, ama nisome kwa Kiingereza, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. Verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants ambao wanaishi katika dunia hii, watu wanaoikaa thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Verse 6, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Listen to verse 20. Listen to verse 20. Listen to verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Mungu anasema dunia, the earth will fall and will not rise again, because the things that are unfolding in the earth shows that we are nearly at the end of this earth history. Sunday law is coming, my friend. Sunday law, as we know, as we've been reading, as we've been studying for a very long time, it shows that right now that it is coming. We've been talking about climate change, something that has been brought by the Papal Church, the Roman Catholic Church, under the guidance of Pope Francis. In a book established or written in 2015, the Laudato Si, it has been emphasizing on how to take care of the earth, to give the earth its rest. The climate change, things are going to and fro, things are bad. They want to look for a way to assist and save the world. Now the papacy, the man of sin, is now saying that he wants to save the earth. He has a way of saving the earth. We've been talking about the climate change everywhere. The meeting in Glasgow has taken place, and many things have been unfolding. Many things were discussed by the member states. Now there is something more serious that has come. Something that is called Climate Club, where nations are grouping themselves to a club that will steer, we can call it the steering committee, to give a way on how they can save the world. This is a serious issue, my friends. This is a serious issue, brothers and sisters. Laudato Si, it is taking its effect as we speak. Now, We have the club, the climate club, that is taking the videos that I'm going to show down there will open your eyes, will open my eyes to know that we are nearing the end. Brothers and sisters, we should not sleep. We should not stay in our comfort zones. We should wake up and give warnings to the world, as the spirit of prophecy told us. We have to give warnings to the earth to show people where we are, where we've come from, and where we are going.
Just around 24 hours ago on We On Climate Tracker, we told you how G7 leaders are mulling forming a climate club. And in the latest coming in, the climate club is now taking shape after the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz managed to convince all the G7 countries to join this club. This was first floated by a Yale economist and a Nobel Prize winner. So what is the big deal about forming a climate club? The idea is this: the existing climate agreement is doing very little for a green future. So the countries that are serious about change will form a club. It all sounds great, but it remains to be seen to what extent this actually translates into action. The countries will essentially make ambitious yet achievable goals, and within the group they will exempt each other from climate-related trade tariffs. So it is a way to lure countries to take action against climate change. This club will officially come into being by the end of this year. However, the grouping is not restricted to only the group of 7 countries. It's open to all countries that are committed to the Paris Climate Pact. And reports suggesting that the club will particularly focus on the industry sector. So a plan to curb the risks of carbon leakage for emission-intensive goods could be seen as one of the early decisions.
In Sri Lanka, Gotabaya Rajapaksa made mistake after mistake. He banned chemical fertilizers. The agricultural output suffered. He slashed taxes. The economy suffered. None of these policies made any sense at the time. Other factors are making it worse, like Russia's war on Ukraine, or Western sanctions on Russia, or China's zero COVID lockdowns. It's almost like a perfect storm. The question is there a way out? The immediate option seems to be an IMF bailout. Most of these countries are asking for one, but going forward, what can they do?